Call this meeting to order. Please join me for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a roll call. Mayor Lindsay,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Howell,
Here.
Councilman Hubbard,
Here.
Councilman Weeks,
Here.
Councilman Crane.
Here.
We have a quorum and may proceed.
This time I'd like to ask for a motion to approve this agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to new business. Item A, I'd like to get a motion for discussion action of approval of the new fire chief.
Make a motion for item A, discussion action, approved new fire chief.
Second.
All right, well, I just want to start off by, first of all, thanking Chief Britnell for serving as an interim. As you all know, he came on as the interim at his request back in January. And he's helped us through quite the last 6 months. And he is grateful for the opportunity, but looks forward to returning to his role as a paramedic, and he will be staying on as a lieutenant here in Angel Fire. But as his replacement, we're very excited to have Jason Vance. He has come to us with over 35 years in fire and emergency medical services, wildland interface, and hazardous materials response. He's got an extensive background and expensive educational background as well. And we do have a copy of his resume if anybody would like to see it. But I'm excited to have Jason Vance as our new fire chief with the council's approval.
Mr. Mayor, the one thing I would like to add, one of my favorite parts of his resume, based on the fact that we're in the process of developing a new fire station 1, is that he also has his GB 98.
Any further comments or discussion? Mr. Vance?
Coach, of course. Mr. Mayor, Counselor, Manager Weir, just want to say, I want to echo what you said about T. Bricknell. He's been instrumental in a handoff process, and we've been working for about the last a couple weeks at least, just trying to catch me up, get me up to speed, and he's been instrumental in doing that. I very much appreciate the work that he's done prior to me entering this position. Also wanted to follow up that I'm very humbled by the position. Love the community up here, and it's really reminded me of grassroots and how good people can be. I get greeted with a smile often and a handshake, and it goes a really long ways. So looking forward to that. We're closing on a property and moving up here full time. And I'm really excited to be here. So thank you very much for offering me the position. I look forward to serving the community and doing a great job for you all. I'm an open book. Please feel free to reach out at any time, and open, my schedule's open. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Rocky, we're ready for a vote.
Roll call vote on item A. Mayor Pro Tem Howell,
Aye.
Councilman Hubbard,
Aye.
Councilman Weeks,
Aye.
Councilman Crane.
Aye.
Pass.
Congratulations. Okay. Moving on to item B, discussion action. If I could get a motion for discussion action of the approval of the fiscal year 23 audit.
Make a motion for item B, discussion action, approved fiscal year 23 audit.
I'll second.
We went over this with the auditor, chief auditor, in the work session just prior to this meeting. If anybody in the audience has any questions, I'd be happy to address them as best we can. If not, I think we're ready to move on.
Mayor, I would just like to say, recommend, for the live audience, if you aren't able to view the prior meeting where we spoke with our auditor, I would recommend to the community to go view that first portion of that meeting. It's extremely informative and gives you a good independent view of where the village is from a financial perspective.
In fiscal year 23.
Fiscal year 23, but a lot of it bleeds into the current year as well.
Okay.
Okay. We'll call vote for item B. Mayor Pro Tem Howell,
Aye.
Councilman Hubbard,
Aye.
Councilman Weeks,
Aye.
Councilman Crane.
Aye.
We have four, okay, pass.
We missed, we had
I
a
know.
question, sorry, I know there was a sign up, but it's usually at the top, so.
And I apologize. Mr. Manley, if you'd like to address the,
I can also wait until the end, doesn't,
okay, we'll put it at the end, if it's okay with you.
yeah, of
I
course,
apologize.
no,
Moving on to item C, discussion action, approval of the visitor center lease agreement.
Make a motion for item C, discussion action, approve visitor center lease agreement.
I'll second.
So as you all know, this was the lease agreement originally presented to us a week ago. And there was some changes that were requested. I believe everything has been addressed that we had any concerns with, and I believe the resort and the village are on the same page here as far as management's concerned. I will add once again that this is a commercial lease for one of the units in the Frontier Plaza building. I have in my personal business role have been contracted with the resort to make improvements to that building. And I have also, my wife is working with the resort to lease the 2 units next to the visitor center. So for those reasons, I will abstain from any further comments or discussion.
Would say my concern from the parking lot has been well addressed and there's no more concerns there from me.
Would you like me, Mr. Mayor, would you like me to review the changes that were negotiated since the last contract, or?
If you can briefly.
Okay, so real quick, and in section 2, under the term, the termination period was extended from 30 days to 90 days. In section 3, paragraph C was totally reworded to clear up the issue with who's going to do snow removal and the issues the village would face in anti-donation with maintenance of the parking area that we weren't directly affected by and so on. So to my liking, that language was rewritten to be more appropriate. I hope you'll find the same thing. In section 5, paragraph A, the percentage of the administrative fee was previously 20%. We had that lowered to 10%. In paragraph C of section 5, if the tenant fails to commence repairs within, we changed it from 5 days to 7 days. Give us a whole week. Again, later in that paragraph, the 20% administrative fee was reduced to 10%. And then the next thing is, if you go all the way to page 5, section 13, paragraph A, if the tenant fails to pay rent was extended from 5 days to 15 days, which is more reasonable for the way we pay our bills. And then if you go to page 8, paragraph K, the 200% was reduced to 150%. And I think that was reduced in 2 locations. I can't remember where the other one was. And I think previously, we had reduced the percentage on the gross rent adjustment to 12, a maximum of 12%. That was done in the previous meeting. So those are the changes, unless Mr. Manley, I missed something.
No, manager, mayor, council, no, on the, I believe we changed the, dates to give from 5 days to 15
Oh, that's right.
on everything. And then, just to reiterate, the village is receiving essentially most favored nations on this. No one else that goes into that building will do so at a lesser price per square foot. And in talking with the resort CEO, John Kitts, today about the plowing, the resort, I'm just a little unfamiliar as to what's the easiest way to do it. We are going to take care of plowing for the entire complex. So I think those were the only outstanding items. But again, if there is anything else, and when your council reviews it, again, we will work with you. We're happy to have the visitor center there. And like I said, the village will get the best rate. No one will have a better rate to be in there. So any questions at all for me?
Roll call vote on item C. Mayor Pro Tem Howell,
Aye.
Councilman Hubbard,
All right.
Councilman Weeks,
Aye.
Councilman Crane,
Aye.
pass.
Good. We'll move on to item D. Discussion action, if I could get a motion to approve attorney selection of Stelzner, Winter, Warburton, Flores, and Dawes Attorney Services.
Make a motion on item D, discussion action, approve attorney's selection of Stelzner, Winter, Warburton, Flores, and Dawes Attorney Services.
I'll second.
Manager Ware, do you have anything to add?
Not really from our last meeting. I don't have anything to add. As I expressed there, this would be my preferable law firm to work with. In fact, they've helped me out in a couple of tight situations in between lawyers already for free, providing me some documentation that I needed. So I would recommend this firm and look forward to working with them. I have about 12 items ready to go through them right now.
Any further discussion or questions? Mr. Ware?
Okay, roll call vote on item D. Mayor Pro Tem Howell,
Aye.
Councilman Hubbard,
All right.
Councilman Weeks,
Aye.
and Councilman Crane,
Aye.
pass.
This time that's Martin Manley to.
Mayor, council, manager, clerk, just wanted to say that the county just got word, that the, Rural Air Service Enhancement Grant, came through in the amount of 1.4 million. So not the, full amount that we were looking for, but that's $1.4 million that we did not have. And so just wanted to say, that the provider, and there'll obviously be many more discussions on all of this to come, but the initial indication is that the provider is interested and can still make things work at that amount. And it is for charter service. And as we all know, there are times of the year when there just aren't a lot of folks trying to get here, and maybe a lot of folks trying to leave for mud season. But nevertheless, the service may be sort of as you would expect, perhaps mid-December towards the end of March, and then picking up Memorial Day through Labor Day or even later. But all those are discussions to come. But the good news is that the state saw fit to grant 1.4 million for over 2 years. So it's a lot of hard work that went into that. With you, Mr. Mayor, and Chairman Trujillo. it was my pleasure to go to Santa Fe with you all, and I'm glad that it looks like it worked well for the community.
Great news.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your hard work.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Mr. Mayor, if you don't mind if I add to that, I think a nice letter to Senator Campos would be in order. He supported this as our state senator. And, also, I just think it's a great example of what we can do when we all pull together, us, the resort, the county, and other businesses in our community, business owners. So this is a big day for Angel Fire.
Oh, yes. Let's go. Well, thank you all. On that note, this meeting is adjourned.